has 4 topics. My most exciting holiday, my best friend, the most remarkable person,
Activity.
and my favorite activity. Out of these 4, you will choose to speak any one, but we will be making props for all 4 so that you get an idea of how to make a prop along with how to present yourself in front of an audience. The one that you are going to finally decide to take for the examination will be marked by the examiner, but the other 3 will be marked by your class teachers in the classroom. Does that make it very clear the importance of props?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how are we going to make the props? That process we are going to discuss right now. Along with that, how are we going to limit the number of items that we put on the prop is also going to be discussed here. Now let us continue. I am going to use Google Slides today to make my props. My prop is going to be nothing very fancy, but it's just going to be A4 size printed papers, maximum of 4, not more than 4, with pictures and some titles on it. So let us start by making the slides for the printout. The first slide is usually a title slide when you start a new topic, but we will not be using the title slide. I will require a slide in which I am able to insert pictures and have some titles on them. So here I am going to add a slide, and I am adding a slide which has 2 columns. After that, I am going to select one of the boxes and I am going to select a picture. So to select an image or a picture or a photograph that you have stored in your computer, if you are using Google Slides, I will just put the add button. I will just select image and I will select from photos. So all the photos that are there on my, this will come on this. So my first picture is going to be this one.
Then where are you?
Okay? Why am I taking this picture? The reason has to be extremely clear to you. Okay? I want to start by saying that my most exciting holiday was the last one that I spent with my cousins. I celebrated my 31st with my cousin brothers and sisters in my old hometown of Porbandar. That is what I want to start with. That's why I have selected this picture. Fine? Are you clear as to why I selected that particular picture? Now, the next picture that I am going to select is going to be, okay, before I select this, I do not need this text box, then cut it out. Delete. I do not need this, then delete all those boxes, just leave the picture. Now I need to insert a text box, okay, which is going to talk about this picture. So I am just going to write here and me. My cousins and me is the title of this picture. I need to select the font size and everything in this. Once I do that, I need to even decide what is the color of the fonts I want, because you're going to take a color printout of these things. So what will happen that when you take a color printout, your things will look very colorful. Pink being one of my favorite colors, so I'm just, and does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Now the next picture. Similarly, the next picture I'm going to add a picture of the first activity that we did out there. Okay? So the first thing after we reached there, had lunch and everything, the first thing that we did out there was go to the beach. So I'm going to select my picture of my Chowpatty beach. Okay. I'm selecting this one. There is a palace right on the beach. So I'm selecting this one and then I'm going to write about it. Now, this was about how to insert the picture and how to give it a heading. Each and every picture that you add onto your page should have a heading. You may even choose to have pictures in this orientation, but don't make it so complex that when you turn the page it becomes very difficult for the observer or the person who is in front of you to understand what the picture is about. Limit yourself to having a maximum of only 3 pictures. Not more than 3 pictures on any slide. Have 2. That would make more sense, because then the picture is also visible along with your font size and text being visible. Now, if you want to add a frame around your pictures, again go to the add sign. Okay, I did something.
You can experiment, try all that and make it fancy a little bit.
I did this. Okay, so you can see it. You can have all different kinds of line, but I am putting the same simple line. I am choosing it from the lines tab on top. I have made it a 5 pixel line. And now I am going to remove it. Can you see the border that came on my picture? Right? So you can add borders to your pictures in a similar fashion. Now if I am choosing this orientation, I need to make it a point that both the pictures are visible clearly and not overlapping the important parts of the other picture. Fine. Now, similarly, you can have your other slides. Fine. And how many maximum slides should be there for one topic?
3.
3 or maximum 4. Not more than 4. Fine? Everybody agrees to this?
Yes.
Great. Now, are you clear with how to insert images and the name?
Yes.
Fine. Then once this is done, you have to save it. Okay? And save it as a PowerPoint PPT or
PDF.
or
PDF if they have.
or
the
a
option.
PDF if there is an option like that. If you don't have an option, just save it as a PowerPoint PPT, save it on your computer. Your PowerPoint PPT will always have a PDF option. Okay, print as PDF. Once you print it as PDF, you can take it in a pen drive and get a color printout of the same. Once you get a color printout, if you are getting it on a photography paper, for that you will have to go to a photograph store. They will give you a color printout on a photography paper. If you are having it on a simple paper, then stick that page on a chart paper so that it becomes like a hard paper which you can flip. Okay? It should not be loose. The paper should not be loose like this. It should be a hardbound paper which you can just take and put it at the back, or you can spiral bound those 3 or 4 pages so that you can flip the pages. Am I clear?
Yes.
Is the process clear?
Yes.
Did you understand what is expected out of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for this week's B, over this weekend, you are going to work on 2 topics. One is my most exciting holiday, and the other is my favorite activity. And bring the props as we discussed today. We are going to upload this video on YouTube, so if you have missed out anything, you can see it. It is the same way as the Diwali photo story you created.
Yes.
It's a little similar to that, but not exactly like that. Fine?
Yes.
So remember, next week we are starting with your demo sessions for Trinity. So you are going to bring your 2 objects also and your props also. So from Monday onwards, you should start having these things, because we may call you anytime to discuss about it. We may use the morning slot Konglong times. We may use your Trinity slot, and we may have some extra slots also for the Trinity practice. Fine? And we will be marking you for each and every, because up till now we have been practicing. Now these are the final things that you are doing. So we will be marking you for each of these things with your props. Am I clear?
Yes.
Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Fine. So from Monday onwards, everybody should have the 2 objects that you are going to use. Every day. Everyone, not only the people who are going to give the exam, because we are taking the exam right now. This is for your 360 that we are doing. Okay? So not only those people who are going to give the Trinity exam, everybody has to make this. Am I clear?
Yes.
Fine. Okay.